Hi, my name is Sabine Geiger. I live in Germany mostly, and I used to live in the US. Both countries feel like home to me. I have an affinity to Asia. I've always felt home, and I'm fascinated about the history of Taiwan. Just being a liberal democracy, holding their values in their relationship to mainland China. To me, it looks like people in Taiwan have found a way to live the duality of connection and separation. Taiwan seems to be a blend of Chinese culture and modern influences, and it has a thriving economy. I trust that people in Taiwan are open to learning and to integrate their learning into their lives. I think IITs is just wonderful. 9 days living in community, living together, practicing, integrating learning, trying, failing, succeeding. And we were together for such a long time that our cells absorb. We cannot forget the learning anymore. We share the pain and we share the joy. We support each other. We have an experience of companionship, of walking the path together. Very special. We learn about ourselves, we learn about relationships, we learn about personal relationships and business relationships. I have two passions. One is working with the body. The body is something that we always have with us. And once we learn to communicate with it, it gives us information that sometimes we don't get from our heads. When we practice to ask the body and find answers, it's just wonderful. And there are answers you may not have expected. It's something you experience and no one can take it away from you because it is in your cells. And that is very helpful to remember when you're back home and you feel alone and you need support. The other piece that is really dear to me is conflict. It's really hard for me to see what's going on in the world in regarding to conflict, how it manifests right now. And I believe that conflict starts with the conflict we carry inside, the inner tornness we have about so many things. And to me, finding ways of being with conflict is really, really important. And it's a beginning to find alternatives to war. At the IIT, we can explore other choices and learn practical skills of what we could do differently. I also like to work with systems. It's about making our patterns of behavior visible, the norms that we live in. And it's super helpful to be conscious about all that, to become aware of the implicit ways in which we are with each other. With conflict, with finances, with decisions, with information. And to be aware of those systems helps us thrive all over the planet. And the intention is, by making them conscious, is more of the needs of more of the people for more of the time. Just dive into the deep, deep learning that an IIT provides, to dive into the community spirit that helps us see others in their humanity and see that we all have similar struggles in life, that we're not alone. And it's a support toward a life-serving way of being, transforming anything that's in the way of compassionate connection and the thriving energy that we want to feel when we move through life. It's much more difficult to do that alone. I'm also an assessor, and one of the prerequisites is that candidates do an IIT in person on their way to certification. And to me, it's really important because it's a way to live what you practice, a conscious way of being in the world. And at an IIT, we see how candidates live what they teach. It's an opportunity for candidates to get feedback and to live what they would like to live in the world outside. They can practice that. I am looking forward to meeting you in Taiwan and to live in community with you for 9 days and to live and learn together. See you there.